Good evening and welcome. We are on Dhammapada Chapter 3. What I want to say before we get into recitation tonight, I do this to end suffering. I do this as service to humanity. I do this because I believe that teaching the Dhamma is the first and true way to end suffering. Also, I want to say, I hope you don't make snap judgments by how I look, my appearance, my race, my shell. And I hope that you don't mistake my passion for the holy texts as arrogance. That being said, let's pull up the text. Let's get right into it. Okay, here we go. Chapter 3 is the mind, Chittavaga. You'll see right here, I have the Rorschach and the mind. That's how I like to do it, with images that represent concepts that are not easily explained by words. Welcome. Thank you for joining me for the Dhammapada study. And here we go. Verse 29. Present amongst the absent-minded, awake amidst the sleepers, the wise advance like a swift horse, leaving behind the jade. I love that sutra. Oh, it's so good. 130. Through mindfulness, Indra became the leader of the gods. Mindfulness is always praised. Negligence is always blamed. Let me put on the high quality display for you. Verse 31. A man who delights in mindfulness and sees danger and negligence advances like fire, burning all fetters, small or large. Honestly, I like to keep the commentary down to a minimum because the reality of it is you can comment whatever you want. It's recitation of the sutras that does it. But when I'm being really mindful, I'll see the fetter as it comes up. So I'll study the agitation of emotion, and I'll see the fetter as it pops up. So if you're real mindful, when the fetter pops up, you can remove it. 32. Your will and your strength of mind have something to do with it. If you're strong-minded, it's easy to remove a fetter. If you're weak-minded, it's hard. And some fetters are deeply embedded more than others. 32. A man who delights in mindfulness and sees danger and negligence will not regress. He is close to ultimate happiness, nirvana. 33. The mind is fickle and unsteady. It is difficult to control and restrain. A wise man trains his mind to be upright and straightforward, just as a fletcher straightens an arrow. Look at the images as we read. Study the images. 34. When the mind is taken out of the sensual world, it quivers, like a fish taken from its watery home and thrown on the dry ground. Verse 34, the first 3 chapters, every line is important. But verse 34, the importance of this, to understand that you go through withdrawals, even from withdrawing from television or music. When you withdraw the mind completely from the sensual pleasures, you're going to go through withdrawal from everything. 35. The mind is flighty and difficult to control. It constantly seizes whatever it craves. The highest contentment comes from taming the mind, because a stable mind brings happiness. So when the mind is going wherever it goes, wherever your mind goes, your spirit goes. So the spirit follows the mind. The center, what you are is a soul, but you have all these aspects of yourself. So you have to know this is mind, this is spirit, this is soul, this is body, this is sight, this is hearing, this is smell, this is taste, this is feeling, this is skin. The Buddhists have a 40 meditation, which I actually rewrote, and you meditate on all the parts of the body, the skin, the bone, the marrow, the fluids, the saliva, the organs, the hair, the nails. So the Buddhists have a very, very systematic and intelligent and thorough meditation for the 40 katanas, I think they're called. 36. The mind is subtle and difficult to see. It moves and lands wherever it pleases. A wise man guards his mind, and by guarding his mind abides in happiness. This is what I've been saying for the last couple nights. It moves and lands wherever it pleases. It is subtle and difficult to see. So most beginners, they're not in touch with the subconscious mind. They're not seeing the subliminal impressions. The mind is one of the few things in the universe that can move faster than the speed of light. So the mind can move faster than the speed of light. To try and catch something that moves faster than the speed of light, very difficult to do. Looks like I lost my one viewer. More viewers. 37. The mind wanders far and moves about alone. It is formless and it dwells in the chamber of the heart. Those who subdue their longing will be freed from the shackles of craving and lust. The mind wanders far and moves out alone. It is formless and dwells in the chamber of the heart. So there you go. For people who have doubt about the soul and the mind and where the soul resides, here it is right from Buddha. This is right from his mouth. If you hear it from Buddha, you can probably consider it to be true, but even if you hear it from Buddha, you still have to introspect it. That's why you have to meditate on the chamber of the heart. 38. If your mind is unsteady, you have not heard and realized the universal truth. If your faith is wavering, you will never perfect yourself. Verse 39. There is no fear for an awakened one. For him whose mind is free from lust, nor afflicted by hatred, who has gone beyond merit and demerit, there is no fear or danger as long as he stays watchful. Oh, man, I love this. You can compare this verse to the snake can't bite, the tiger can't find a place to drive its claws. So you could definitely compare this to some of the Tao Te Ching. 40. Realize that your body is as fragile as a clay pot, and fortify your mind like a walled castle. Cut through craving and lust with the sword of wisdom, then embrace contentment without clinging to it. Looks like I'm studying all by my lonesome. 41. Before long, this body will lie on the earth, deprived of consciousness, discarded like a decaying log. 42. Whatever damage a thief may do to his victim or a hater may do to his enemy, a wrongly directed mind will do us greater harm. This is why I'm repeating the sutras. Verse 43. Whatever good a mother may do for her son or a father for his daughter, a well-directed mind will do far greater good. Geez, guys, I really hope that you guys catch up on the first 3 chapters or padas. I really hope so, because the first 3 padas, I mean, they're so important. This text, it's just so well done. It really is. Hello. We just finished the 3rd pada, the mind. We're going to go into the 4th pada tomorrow. You're welcome to come and study with me. Please spread the word. It's Dhammapada study. It's a recitation study. I do some commentary. If you guys are all at the level where you're beyond commentary, we can just recite them together. Recitation of the sutras. So yeah, thanks so much.